guys, deluded. Now, we haven't played 38 games, so the season's not done. But it's done in the sense that there's nothing to play for domestically. So I'm referring to the domestic campaign. Now, we know if we're to win this Europa League or whatever, we're going to need the strongest possible squad that we can have. So it's upsetting that Mkhitaryan's been injured. I mean, to hear this on a Friday, he's now been injured is jarring. I remember saying in my thingy, man, in my what was it, in the review, that I'm pretty scared because you could see in his face he looked like someone that knew a madness happened. Allegedly, it's a knee ligament. Those of you who want further diagnosis on that, do what you need to do on Google, but apparently it's a knee ligament. I'm not a doctor. What I know is that whenever you hear ligament, you dread the worst, because that's a lot of weeks out, because them things there got to heal and all of that. So he faces several weeks. Wenger, he normally plays coy, kind of told it how it is. He said it's probably going to be several weeks. He hopes that's not the case. So you probably got to think his season's over, man. I mean, you'd like to think it's not, but I mean, we're in April now. There's just over a month left. If he's saying several weeks, I mean, he's gonna the ligament's going to need to heal, but we can't just assume when it's healed he can start kicking ball again. There might be another couple training sessions and all of them sort of things which can further delay the time he actually steps back on the field for Arsenal. I don't know. That might not be the case. I don't know. I'm not a physio or a doctor, but for me, I just take the pessimistic approach. He's out for the rest of the season, and it's quite jarring considering that he had He's basically had a hand in 8 goals or so, 8 goals in 12. I believe he's got in he's assisted 6 and he scored 2. Should be scoring a bit more for the positions he gets in and stuff like that. Could do a lot better in that regard. But assisting, he's doing all right. And he was, I don't want to say he set the world on fire, but he slotted in, and it's like he's always been here, to be honest with you. So yeah, man, he certainly is not going to be available on Sunday. And just to quote him, Wenger, he said he will not play. For how long he will be out, we will know that after the scan. Now, he had a scan Friday afternoon, so we'll know soon. But the first impression is not positive today. I fear it could be several weeks. I hope I'm wrong. Wenger's saying that, you know. Wenger's saying that. Wenger would normally say, well, this, that, and the third. He's saying that. So you've got to be pessimistic, and it is quite jarring because we're already lacking in the wide areas. Now I say wide areas, yeah, he can play on the flanks and he can play in the middle. More time than not, him and Ozil are gonna change and do their thing on the flanks. So he is our wide man in that regard. So to lose him, we're already down to options as well, and the options that we do have, they're not in form. I don't want to dig out Iwobi. I like Iwobi, but you don't know what you're going to get from him when he steps onto the field. And I believe the commentator said yesterday he's got 2 goals in 30 appearances. For someone before the season said they need to improve in front of goal, and for someone that plays in a position where they get into them areas, it's not good enough. Welbs, it's the same. It's not good enough as well. You know, at times he'll give you a shift. He can do the job for you in that regard, but productivity-wise, it's lacking at this club, and something needs to be done in that regard. At the end of the day, the simple facts are that why Arsenal won't win the league. Defence is win you league titles. We don't have a defence. You need to score goals to win football matches. We've scored goals. Our home form, surprisingly, in this poor season has been actually good when you look at it. But goals win you games, and we don't go into it. Yeah, Aubameyang's hard, and Lacazette's hard, and Ramsey's on fire in front of goal, and Mkhitaryan's great going forward, and creative player, and Ozil, I don't need to explain Ozil, and all the other guys will chip in, but you don't know how many goals that's going to score. You can't confidently say if a team will score goals. Not to be jumping on Liverpool's coattails and stuff, but Liverpool, Salah, Firmino, you can say they're going to get some goals. City, I don't need to sit here and name all the sides. Like, every other side looks like they'll score more goals than us, to be honest. United, for all of their... In fact, let me not bread United. Let's just move on, man. Let me just move on. But yeah, man, it's a shame that Mkhitaryan's out, down to our bare bones, and if we go as far as we hope we go in the Europa League, we're down to the bare minimum now, because we can't use Aubameyang in the domestic campaign. For what's left of it, we should have enough, and we'd like to think it now presents a chance for the likes of, I know he hasn't been on the bench for a minute, but the likes of Reece Nelson to get back on the basis that it's an offensive player, and Nketiah further on the bench. Any other creative players or whatever, just on the bench closer to the side, or people that can be pushed out there. That's the one bright spot. Someone can get game time, to be honest with you. So yeah, man, if we get through to these further rounds, it's gonna be interesting. Like who we actually play in the Europa League. Because right now, if it's like this, you play Lacazette. Depending on where you fit Ozil, he could be part of the front man, but you probably play Lacazette. If it's like this, I love Nelson, but realistically it'll be a Iwobi, and you probably do a Wells or you'll force someone out wide or whatever. And then yeah, like I said, the one bright spark would be if that were to happen, you need men on the bench. So like I said, Eddie Nketiah, Joe Willock, one of these men could grab a spot on the bench or something and hopefully get minutes if the game's going the right way. So yeah, man, there's nothing more to say on that. It's just annoying because I must admit, I'm a bit more sold on Mkhitaryan than I was when we initially were getting the deal done. He's not gone all the way there, but he looks like a decent player. Someone for the rotation and in them things there. He's decent, man. But yeah, he's had some poor games. He's had some good games. The jury's still somewhat out on the guy. He's still not the saucy guy I want at the club. But yeah, man, there's not much more to say on that front, man. It's bad, man. We need to remember he's been at the club for less than 6 months as well. To be honest with you, he's just moved clubs. I know Alexis is having different problems, but he's moved to London. He's moved several times. I mean, as a teenager or so, he spent time in Brazil. Away from his family, so he probably has no problem moving and adapting, and he's resilient in that aspect. But he's still got to complete a move. I don't know if he's bought a house, which I'd like to think he has, because he's going to be here for the long term, or if he's living in a hotel and these things. Don't get me wrong, I'm not overblowing this because he's been here for a minute now, so he should. But in the same breath, sounding hypocritical, he's just moved to a club. He's still adapting, finding his feet, and all of them things. So, and enjoying his new team and playing football. The main thing for leaving United and coming here, as well as the whole what happened between the two players that moved clubs. It is a kick in the teeth. So yeah, I don't want to say bright spot because although this is a good thing for kids or young players, I don't like players getting injured. But you'd like to think, and it's not going to happen, but Reece Nelson or someone's going to just get a little bit closer to the first team. So on that note, guys, deluded, I'm out.